Mason was a young teenage boy who had a bright future ahead of him. Although he loved to waste his time playing video games, he was doing very well in college, and his parents were rather proud of his achievements. Despite the occasional long nights spent gaming, Mason still managed to balance his academics and hobbies. However, in the last video on this channel, we discussed something horrible that happened to him, a moment that changed his life forever. In short, a strange knocking noise in his home lured him into the basement, where he was then trapped by an ominous spirit. The door slammed shut behind him, and a shadowy figure stood against it, ensuring that he couldn't escape. At that moment, Mason decided to stop recording and conserve his mobile phone's battery, but he had no idea how terrifying things were about to become. Soon after, Mason's curiosity got the better of him. He felt compelled to gather as much evidence as possible to understand what was happening to him. In an attempt to document the strange events, he took out his camera and began recording once again. What he captured on film, however, was far from what he had expected.
Okay, this is Julie making another paranormal video down here in my basement. I haven't been down here since last time. What was that? Oh, I've heard a lot more noises now, but I try to ignore them. I just want to get this on again to see if anything will happen. Like last time. See how that went down. What we believe the spirit is an infant, because it often hangs around my baby brother and he says he sees it, and also it touches his toys very often. I hear them going on and off all the time. Okay. You can see there's no strings on it. Okay, I'm out.
Items around the basement started to move on their own, shifting and falling seemingly of their own volition. This was a brand new sight for Mason, as he had never before experienced anything even remotely paranormal. His lack of experience left him in a state of confusion and fear. Fortunately, the door eventually creaked open, and Mason seized the opportunity to escape the horrifying basement. He fled as fast as he could, forever shaken by the chilling encounter. Gustavo was no ordinary ghost hunter. Unlike most who are simply interested in proving the existence of spirits, he was a professional who actively hunted them. He was paid to perform rituals, purifications, and other spiritual tasks to banish malevolent entities from various places. His expertise was well known in the paranormal community, and he had dealt with countless spirits and hauntings over the years. But even someone as experienced as Gustavo couldn't always avoid the dangers of the supernatural world. The terrifying events that transpired during one of his investigations served as a reminder of how dangerous his work truly was. This particular case took place in an abandoned home that the owner wanted to clear of evil spirits before selling it. The seller offered Gustavo a generous $2,000 to rid the house of any dark forces, a task that, for Gustavo, usually took no more than a few minutes. However, this time, things didn't go according to plan. Take a look at what happened. Gustavo entered the room, performing his usual ritual, chanting the necessary words to discern whether any evil entities were present. It wasn't long before he realized that something was indeed lurking in the house. Just as he made this discovery, one of the candles on his altar extinguished by itself. This was a clear sign that the poltergeist knew it had been detected, and it wasn't pleased. When spirits sense that someone is attempting to confront or banish them, they often react by trying to create chaos, hoping to scare the person away. This particular spirit wasn't going to go down without a fight, and it made its presence known.
Вот как отхожу. Начинает нормально работать.
A strange, unsettling noise began to echo through the room, and glowing orbs started floating all around Gustavo. At first, he stood his ground, unsure of what to make of the apparition. But then, the most disturbing thing happened. A door suddenly swung open, revealing nothing but pitch-black darkness beyond it. Gustavo wasn't brave enough to enter, so he quickly backed away, his heart racing in his chest. The next video features a YouTuber known as Legend, who detailed the paranormal activity that had been plaguing his home for months. Legend explained to his audience that he had been dealing with disturbing events for over 2 months, and the situation had escalated to the point where he felt he needed professional help. He finally mustered the courage to contact a Ghostbuster in hopes of solving the problem. But what happened next was nothing like he had expected.
I thought it was somebody else. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you guys doing?
I'm Legend.
Miss Kristen.
My girlfriend
Nice
Desiree.
to meet you.
My daughter, Aria.
Are you guys gonna be filming this?
Yeah, is that okay with you?
Just for privacy, I would like at least not to be in it, if that's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Is it okay if you're just pointing at me?
Yeah, that works totally fine.
Okay,
Really
great.
good.
For sure, we'll come in.
Okay, off the bat, there's a really strong and negative force here that does not want me here.
Okay.
No, I don't think you guys understand. Like, it really doesn't want me here, and I don't think I can be here. I really can't come in anymore.
Wait, so you can't do the...
No, I'm so sorry, you guys. It's really bad. It's
Wait, I don't understand. You're a Ghostbuster.
I know, I'm sorry, you guys. It's just, I gotta go.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Wait, what? How does...
I don't...
Yo, I need your help.
Tell them to pay her extra.
We'll pay you extra. Wait, she just legit ran.
Maybe it is like an actual like ghost that doesn't want you here. Like,
Yo, what the hell just happened?
Where'd you get her from?
What, from the internet, from Google. That's insane.
I mean, she's obviously...
Yo, there's obviously something here that's so evil that a Ghostbuster left.
She's obviously a real Ghostbuster if we didn't...
That's a fake ass Ghostbuster. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. I don't know.
Alright, Legendary, as you guys just saw, the Ghostbuster literally ran. And I don't know what to do at this point. Like, who should I call? I've never been in a situation like this, and I'm truly upset. I need to figure something out. Alright, babe, I'm gonna go to sleep in the living room because I am scared as hell to sleep in this room. I don't want another episode of what happened last night to happen tonight.
I mean, I would...
To Legend's surprise, the ghost hunter he contacted refused to take on the case, despite being offered extra money to do so. The ghost hunter's reluctance sent a chilling message to Legend. Whatever was haunting his apartment must have been extremely malevolent. Faced with no other option, Legend and his wife decided to wait a little longer before seeking a more reliable solution. However, things took an even stranger turn after their encounter with the ghost hunter. The wife began to doubt whether hiring another Ghostbuster would actually help, or if it would only make the situation worse. She worried that the ghost might become more aggressive, and worse still, they might end up hiring a scammer. Though hesitant, Legend eventually agreed with his wife's concerns. They decided to rest and rethink their course of action, but little did they know, they were about to witness something even more unnerving. The couple was startled when they saw a water bottle move across the table without any visible force acting upon it. It slid slowly, almost as though it were being pushed by an unseen hand. At this point, the couple realized they had no choice but to find a proper Ghostbuster, but they continued searching in desperation, still unsure of what was haunting them. Jonathan Valenk, a man from Colombia, worked at a local warehouse for a major company, but he also had a small YouTube channel where he posted personal updates. He wasn't particularly famous, with only around 20 subscribers, but his content had a loyal following. However, one of his videos went viral in a way he never anticipated, and it caused both concern and controversy among his colleagues. The video in question featured a strange and unsettling event that Jonathan captured while recording an update video for his boss and his co-workers.
¿Quién está ahí? No te tengo miedo. Uy, hijo de puta. No te tengo miedo. Hijo de puta.
As Jonathan was speaking to the camera, strange things started happening. Objects around the room began to move on their own, defying all logic. Jonathan stood in shock, unsure of how to react, but he decided to upload the footage to his YouTube channel anyway. The video quickly gained attention, but not all the comments were positive. Many viewers accused Jonathan of faking the footage, claiming it was a cheap attempt to gain views. But there were a few who expressed genuine concern, suggesting that Jonathan might be dealing with something paranormal. The video sparked a heated debate in the comments section, and the controversy only grew as more people weighed in. In an attempt to clarify things, Jonathan posted a follow-up video.
¿Por qué haces esto? ¿En qué puedo ayudarte? ¿Qué necesitas? Dime, ¿necesitas algo? ¿En qué puedo ayudarte? Pero no me hagas esto. ¿En qué puedo ayudarte?
In the new footage, a locker in his room opened and closed by itself, and there was no visible person or force tampering with it. This time, many viewers began to side with Jonathan, acknowledging that the situation seemed genuine, but even so, some remained skeptical, convinced that it was all a hoax for the sake of YouTube fame. What do you think? Was Jonathan experiencing something supernatural, or was this all an elaborate ruse? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. In the next clip, a single mother was sitting in her kitchen, trying to enjoy a quiet moment with her family. At this point, she had been dealing with a series of overwhelming challenges: the loss of her husband, the birth of her third child, and the sudden onset of a haunting in her home. For a time, the family experienced a brief respite from the disturbances, and they dared to hope that the haunting was over. But as we all know, sometimes things are not what they seem.
What the fuck? Leave us alone! Leave us alone. We're not scared of you anymore. Leave us alone. Just sit back down. Sit back down. I'm not waking up the baby for it. This is crazy. Leave us alone. What the? Okay. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Come here. Come on, baby.
One evening, while the family was together, the baby's cradle began to rock by itself. The eerie swinging motion was accompanied by loud banging noises and the sound of doors slamming shut. This event acted as a terrifying reminder that the spirit had not left. At first, the family was shaken, but they quickly composed themselves. Rather than cower in fear, they calmly dismissed the spirit as if it were nothing more than a nuisance. And in a strange twist, it worked. The spirits seemed to lose interest in them and left their home in peace. For anyone who finds themselves in a similar situation, remember this: sometimes showing no fear can be the key to banishing a malevolent entity. On December the 3rd of 2023, a delivery driver named Alex returned to his headquarters after a long day of work. He was running late, about 20 minutes behind schedule, and he dreaded facing his boss, who was sure to be upset. However, as Alex would soon discover, his tardiness was the least of his concerns.
Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, these UPS trucks are like, they're like ghosts, man. You can't trust these things. You gotta be careful, because every time I'm at this place, I freaking hear a bunch of weird, crazy noises. Freaking stuff be opening by itself. So yeah, it's time to go. Y'all think I'll be playing, bro? This will be crazy. So...
When he returned to the parking lot, something inside his delivery van began to move on its own, captured clearly by the camera in the van. Alex, confused and alarmed, realized that he was not dealing with a simple case of bad luck or a mechanical malfunction. This was the work of a spirit. He reported the strange incident to his boss, but his boss, annoyed by the late return, brushed it off as an excuse for his tardiness. As a result, Alex was given a pay cut. It seemed that his ghostly encounter had earned him nothing but trouble. In the following video, Joshua was home alone when he suddenly heard loud banging noises coming from upstairs. He was certain no one else was home, and his curiosity led him to investigate the source of the sounds. Little did he know that what awaited him would be far more terrifying than anything he could have imagined.
Okay, I am completely alone right now, and I just started hearing noise coming from upstairs, so I'm gonna go check it out. I'm so tired of this. So tired of this. What was that? Oh my goodness, this was not like this before. It's not like this at all. Good grief. And the cross is upside down. Oh my goodness.
As Joshua entered the room where the noises were coming from, he was struck by a bottle that was thrown at him from an unseen source. He quickly realized that he was dealing with something far more sinister when he noticed that his cross had flipped upside down. This disturbing revelation led him to believe that he was facing a demonic force. In sheer panic, Joshua fled the house and rushed to his sister's home, deeply regretting his decision to investigate. Let's hope this was the last time he'd encounter something so horrifying. Finally, we come to a woman who had recently lost her mother. Everyone told her the same thing: your mother will always be with you in your heart. But the woman found this phrase deeply upsetting. She didn't want to hear it, as it only reminded her of the pain of losing her mother. Little did she know that she was about to receive the most unexpected sign.
So my mom passed in January. I've been having issues with these lights. They have not been working, but this morning when I came to check the temperature, the switch was up and they were on. These lights have not been working. Okay, well, I'm freaked out by that because I never turned that switch on because I know that's not working. Fine. Well, Mom, can you flash the light if that's you? Mom, can you flash the light back on? Can you flash the light back on? Oh, okay, God. Oh, God.
One night, the woman decided to try and connect with her mother's spirit, not expecting anything to happen. To her surprise, the spirit responded, and the events that followed confirmed to her that her mother truly was still with her, in spirit, if not in body. It was a bittersweet and beautiful moment for the woman, offering her a sense of peace she had long been searching for. What a touching and uplifting end to this collection of haunting stories. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure to subscribe for more spine-chilling content, and don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below.